Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Worlds 2022 stream. I am WadiX, and this is a different type of stream today. I get to be in an honor of in this room, I guess you would say, in this on this screen with these lovely guests here, and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves a bit. We have Mako Tapi here, and Crosby and Sudden Death, and you guys take it away.
I can go first since I'm like next from you. So my name is Mako. I'm an employee at Critical Force, and I work with tournaments and community in general. So esports and community coordinator.
I'll go
Oh,
next.
oh,
So my
sure.
name is. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I thought we go the upper line first and then, but yeah, I'm Tappi, esports and player support coordinator. So also working with tournaments and the community side as well.
Now I'll go. My name is Crosby or Kryptonite, and I'm with Mobile Esports, and I've been around the block for like 10 or so plus years with mobile and just games in general. And
You're old.
just basically I'm old. But yeah,
Old.
go ahead, Jake.
I'm guilty as charged too. I'm old. I'm Sudden Death. I'm a content creator slash caster for Mobile Esports. And like Crosby, I've been around the block for a minute playing mobile games since 2000. And what, 2008, 2009 when we first started playing games on the
It's-
iPods.
It's been
So
a
it's
minute.
amazing to be here sitting in this chair with all these beautiful people here on stream. And of course, you all in chat getting ready to talk about this really cool tournament.
What a natural! Like you just hear.
Oh yeah,
you're able to-
right into it.
Oh, you're going to make me blush. I swear it's actually sunburn from the beach. But
Great. And I guess in case you don't know who I am WadiX, and I am the esports manager and senior community manager for Critical Force. So it's been a long time of what we have been doing here, and it's actually been a great journey, a lot to learn, and we actually want to cover a lot of these different things. But before we start everything, we just want to first kind of mention that the stream is a little bit different. It's to talk about the critical ops competitive scene. We're going to be talking about information about Worlds, so the format, the prize pool. You'll get to learn all about that. So it's not the normal type of community stream where we get to play games and things like that. But we even debated about for a good like 2 minutes before the stream started. I mean, you guys were all here. We're like, oh, should there be giveaways? And then I think Mako was like, maybe we should do some giveaways. And a lot of people here love giveaways. So maybe towards the end, maybe we'll do some. Yeah? What do you guys think?
yeah, I love giveaways.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. I guess to get started, I first wanted to kind of cover like how this all started. So first, I want to introduce our team. You guys already met Mako and Tapi here. We have Avery. She's behind the scenes. She was able to help get all the other background kind of logistics going. Make sure that you guys know about the stream. So thank you. She's listening right now. She's not joining us here, but maybe one day we'll see her on stream with us. But this is our esports team. It's also our community team. So we actually started with me, Mako, back in the days, 2 years ago, for this esports project, and it's been quite a journey. We talked to each other, and we were given the task to see. We were told we want to start building esports in a certain way. How will we do it, and what do we want to do with it? And we talked to each other. And we first said that no matter what, there has to be some sort of tournament that is official, something that is known to everybody, and that's where we started. That's why we came up with Circuit. We went through multiple different discussions, and we, talked about the format and everything. That's actually how it started, and yeah, it's been quite a ride so far.
Can I add some words there?
Sure, of course.
Okay, so about the history of whole esports that we have right now, how I see it, as what he said, about 2 years ago, we started making like the first circuit plans. Like I think it was like a year before the first official circuit was live. And there might be some overlap what I'm saying right now, but the game didn't really have a lot of esports at that time.
Yeah.
And me and Wati, we wanted to like bring those official tournaments to you guys. We wanted to bring some competition into the game. And I personally started making like a first rough plan for the circuit, and Wati and our team leader at that time, they really loved the plan, and we started to move forwards with the plan. We started to add different kinds of grassroots levels to our esports, so we would be able to sort of create that space around the circuit that we needed. And I think we managed to do that pretty well. And now, 4 seasons behind, still going good.
Yeah. Well, we'll cover more about the I guess the details about everything going forward. But I do want to, since we're doing introductions, I want to make sure that we have Mobile Esports give introductions, because don't know if a lot of people in the chat know, but Mobile Esports is one of the first tournament organizers that we had to host any official tournament in the game. So first, maybe we can just have one of you guys talk about Mobile Esports, what Mobile Esports is all about, and then we can talk about other things after that.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you for the opportunity for me to allow me to do this. So Mobile Esports was first founded in late 2015 by Aaron, or better known as Darkest Days, or DD. The whole goal was, we were playing mobile games competitively as clans, and we wanted official esports tournaments. And that's kind of where the idea for Mobile Esports came from. Just right out of that, we wanted to bring everybody in the community together to have the opportunity to get on and play games in a competitive format and offer casting and everything that a tournament offers. The Mobile Esports team consists of individuals who have been in the mobile community for a decade. Some a little longer, some a little less, but it's about the good average number right there. It feels more like a family than anything. We've known each other for many, many years, playing games back and forth. So like I said, it feels more like a family than a job when we're working on any projects for Mobile Esports. And we're just very excited to be here and to see how far the community has come and where we are today.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah. So and then maybe Crosby, you want to talk about like some of the first event that we did with the. I just remember it was a 3v3.
Oh yeah, that was my bad.
3v3, and it was Kings was the winner of the tournament. I remember
The Phoenix tournament.
Yes, Phoenix tournament.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, the Phoenix tournament. Yeah, the Phoenix tournament was the first tournament we did. Duh, we got to talk about the first tournament. Early 2016, I believe, was the date. So what is that? Quick math here. Is it 6 years ago?
6.
6 years ago. That's crazy. But the Phoenix tournament was the first tournament in Mob Crush Studios. Actually, is where we did some of the streams. It was Patriot Conan and
I Chase.
Illshot's brother, right?
I think it was, yeah. Was it Illshots or Illshots' brother? I don't recall.
I'm forgetting. I think it was Illshot's brother for the first one. I might be wrong. I'm forgetting names here. I apologize. It's been 6 years now.
Yeah.
But that was like the first stream. That was so cool to see that done. The Phoenix tournament. You guys can actually check out some streams. You can just go back on the Mobile Esports channel and check some of those out. I was watching those earlier, and to see how far the graphics, and to see Critical Ops, the graphics, which were amazing in 2016 to where we are today and what we're playing on. It is mind-blowing. I mean, it really is mind-blowing to see how far you've come in really a short amount of time.
Yeah. Adding like really quickly to that, I think if I'm not mistaken, when the 120 hertz came to the displays for the iPhones and iPads, the Critical Ops team, I think, had 120 in game like within like what couple weeks, couple months. It's nuts. Like it's really, really awesome, just the way that it's been pushed out, and it's been just always being about being polished and having the game working as well as it possibly can for everybody, but also the competitive scene. It's really cool.
Indeed.
Yeah, thanks.
Dude.
Yeah, we try to have it like there's still, if the device handles it, there's no limitations that we have. There's no reason
Yeah.
why we should just limit that the device to a certain FPS or something like that. But I did want to mention that I played in your tournaments before, and that's how I actually got started in Critical Ops. So I played.
Oh, wow.
We played against Kings on Legacy, and
Mhm.
we didn't do too shabby. We got 7 out of 13. It was the second team, not the first team that we played against, but we did okay. And we were playing competitive from Vainglory back in the days, I think. So I just that's
VG.
yes, I just
Yeah,
wanted to kind of
VG.
mention because all of us on our team, or we're actually players of the game too.
Yeah.
Like it's just that's so.
Yeah.
Before I even started working at Critical Force, it's just we were actually all players. I was a semi-influencer, I guess you would say, to host certain streams and cast and certain things, and that's how I got into Critical Ops. So everybody on our team really cares about like how the game is, and like everything that's new is just like, oh wow, that's cool, it's a new map, or this is a new gun or something like that. That's just we wanted to give some kind of background to that. It's just that how our team is, and how we view on the competitive side. That's why we want it's just, this project was so important for us to get started with jumping into circuit.
Mhm.
But yeah, I guess we can move on a little bit. It's just talking about how a little bit of the history, I guess you would say. So when we first started, after announcing circuit, we also at the time started talking about faction weapons. So you guys were there in the beginning. I don't know if you guys remember all the AKs that were just everywhere. It was just
Boy, AK, baby.
dominantly
Boy gun.
AK. Yes. So
Oh boy.
there was just a lot of things that we had to communicate and talk to and learn from the community itself, because at the time when we jumped in, we had a previous we had a LAN event before. We had a previous I guess you would say competitive scene back then with Valiance, and there's a lot of things that we had to, as a company, think about. Like we had to work on the anti-cheat, we had to work on the how the device feels, like let's say optimization for the game, so that even the servers, like we had to make sure that you're able to play in these tournaments for us to make sense to continue in tournaments going forward. But at the time we had to, I remember talking about master rounds of 16. A lot of people were saying like, hey, we should have 16 rounds per game, and you know how long that's going to take. And we ended up talking about that and saying we should be who we are. We should be Critical Ops, and we should have 13 rounds. And everybody has mobile devices. If you're on a phone, you're on a tablet, imagine like not being plugged in. How many games can you play when each game is already like 40 to 45 minutes? So
Yeah, valid point.
yeah.
It can be actually kind of surprising how long the discussion was that topic. Like, should the games in our tournaments be 13 or 16 rounds? And I think that discussion actually took like multiple weeks till we got into like the decision. It's 13 rounds, because
Yeah.
of course both of those things have like pros and cons. In different ways. Like if for example, if you have 16 rounds per side, the sort of randomness of pistol rounds is a bit less impactful. Then again, as what he said, like if you have a tournament that lasts for like 12 hours already or 8 hours already, and if you on top of that add like 6 rounds for every single match, it's gonna total up to like quite a bit of time. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of pros and cons for 13 and 16 rounds, but I think we made the right decision when we decided 13 is the one we want to go with.
I mean, still
I
this,
agree on that.
Still this day, people are talking about overtime. What do you guys think about that?
Well,
I see some eyebrows
In a way.
raised.
Again,
If we
pros and cons.
yeah, well, but if we reduce like from 16 to 13, having a overtime could go even further than 16. So
Yes, like this
Could keep
this
you-
up one and then like matching up one again, it could take a very long time. So, like, trust me, you guys, like we we hear all the comments, we hear all these different ideas. It's just we have to really sometimes really think about like, does it really work for our game? And that's like the constant struggle here. It's like we want to add so many different things, and we see. I mean, we're players just like you guys, and we watch other sports, and we want to build this sport in a certain way where it's going to be like other types of sports, and that's what we meant here. So everything that we did started with this, with the whole faction weapons, with the guns not always being the same, everyone having the same guns. We started having different meta changes. Now you see like AUG, we see everything else. Then we started focusing on different things. We worked on utility. You know, there's the smoke grenade finally is like not the same. Like it's actually the same actually visually to each player, and not like some person sees a little bit through it and the other person doesn't see through it. So
it's actually useful now.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's been quite crazy. But yeah. And then we started talking about like, you know, the different types of tournaments that we wanted to do. You know, we first started with Circuit, right? But we wanted to do some fun stuff, so we had Rumble. And just to quickly kind of go through some of these things, and trust me, we're going to get to the world stuff. Sorry if some of you guys already know this stuff, but I think this is great to kind of talk about, especially with our good friends here from Mobile Esports, just kind of like recapping of what we want to do here. Because we're here to build Critical Ops Esports together. And all this is not possible without you guys, without anybody else in the community. Like everything that has happened so far is from everybody working together. Like it's the community organizers. We have Compact Esports, we have Mobile Esports here, all the different moderators and directors and everybody that's part of them. I heard some people wanted to give certain shout outs. I'm not going to do it just so I don't, you know, I'm just going to give an overall shout out to all you guys. But all this is possible because all the people are helping to organize the tournaments, to the hours of checking recordings and being there to host the games, and the players actually all showing up on time and playing in the matches, and the organizers like taking time to make sure that these games are set up, the casters making sure that they're there to they show up on time to cast. There's so much that we have been building together, and a lot of times it's just on the outside it's just like, okay, what tournament are we seeing? Okay, is this next tournament? But there's so much behind the scenes that we had to really figure out from every single season that we went through. I mean, you guys, Mobile Esports, you guys know how it is running streams.
Oh, yeah.
And I wish we could actually, you know, like if there was a way that we could broadcast and you can see the, not just the bloopers, I guess you would say.
Behind the scenes.
But behind the scenes of everything that goes on. Like we took a whole
There's
hour. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just saying there's so much that goes on in order to put on a 3-hour tournament stream. Just to see a semifinal stream that goes on, all the work that goes in behind the scenes from the tournament organizers, Mobile Esports, to you all, so much work that can be done, and I just want to say thank you to everybody behind the scenes as well. You know, Mafula, Darkest Days, the moderators over at Mobile Esports, and all the other organizers that allow us to be able to sit here and do a stream like this, that help us get everybody in here, because like you said, there's so much work that goes on behind the scenes. We cannot do it without everybody in the community.
Yeah. Including the viewers, even the people that play, just the people that you guys are just watching and playing the game Critical Ops. Like you guys are all contributing to us hosting these events and doing more events and doing bigger events in the future.
The foundation,
exactly. And that's what we've been trying to do here, because you know, that's what we have been trying to do of that sort of route of where we're going the whole grassroots. We want to work with the community. We want to listen to what you know, what they have to say about certain things and build it together, because honestly, like if you don't have one portion of it, it's just very hard to move on. I mean, another option for a lot of the games is just like, Okay, I'm just gonna throw 200,000 right there. Okay, people will come because I mean there's money there, but then like what we think is it's like after the 200,000,
It's not healthy in the long run.
what happens after? Like you said,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like what happens if there's no community behind it to really start building it, to build the fan base, to build everything in the sport itself? It's something really to really think about, and maybe I can just cover just starting for circuit season 1. We went there, the first ever tournament that we jumped in 2 years ago, and we had to figure out production. We were grabbing different files, logos.
Oh boy.
And like some of you guys from the different clans, you know, we didn't know, like you guys sent these logos that were, we didn't know what to do with them, and we had to like beautify them and try to put them on screen. But there was so much involved because we had to like piece everything together, and I remember I was sitting there for like 12 hours a day when each stream that we had, like just to prep, just to do the stream, stare at the spectator client and stare at the mini map and try to find the plays. That's even another subject, right, Crosby?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know about that. Like,
Oh yeah.
like
It seems like it's hunky dory, but at the end of the day, with everything else that's going on, you trying to get the perfect like angle for every single shot and
Oh,
every
gosh.
scenario, it's just like it gets to be a lot. And when you're doing that, basically hyper focused for an extended amount of time, it really does take a lot out of you. And of course, we're doing that because we want to produce what we, the best we can and bring it to you guys, because we definitely know you deserve it. And it's like we were talking about earlier. On the back end of things, it's all just a lot, and we do our best. And it's always us striving to get things to go smoother. Everything goes better that way. More tournaments, bigger, better tournaments for you guys, and easier on us too because production's a little iffy sometimes, but we get it done, right? We get it done.
yes. So I
Yep.
hope that the next time someone criticizes, like, oh, who's controlling the spectator? Like, who's doing that? Like, I hope maybe we had to sneeze, and we couldn't look at the screen at the time to.
Yeah.
I mean, like, please give us a little slack on that, and I hope you get a little bit more understanding about that. But back to Circuit 1, it's just we had to figure out logistics and everything, and this is the first tournament we had. We had 3 regions at the time, and then we jump into season 2, where we were thinking about there has to be more value to what we see, because we had players changing names all the time. We had clans jumping clans and different clan names all the time, and it's just like, if you watch any other sports, do you see that happen? Do you see
Nope.
like this
Nope.
person like Kobe? Is he's gonna be this other person? Like no, you're gonna see these familiar names. You're gonna keep your name, and then you're gonna see these teams. You're gonna see these familiar teams, and then you want to root for the teams, right? So that's where we started to jump into the mobile esports bot. Thankfully, that you guys made that bot to make it easier for people to sign
Oh
up.
yeah.
And maybe you
It's-
want to talk a little bit about it. And it's been
Yeah.
a long way. Yeah.
It's an incredible addition to what we've got going on at Mobile Esports, as well as with Critical Force. Mafula, backend dev, awesome dude, and he's been putting just an absolute dumb amount of work into it. And we finally, after a long time, from being just on Discord, we have a web version of the Mobile Esports bot. It's quite simple to use. I believe the link to it will be somewhere, or you can see it somewhere on the Mobile Esports channel. But it's very simple. You can follow along in the video, but it doesn't take very long whatsoever. It's basically just a Discord integration for a login. And then you just sign up, create your team, fill out your team information, and add a logo. And then from there, it's just, as if you were adding a friend or a buddy on CriticalOps. Go ahead, find them, add them. And if they accept, then bam, you have your team. Go to the registration page and you can register for the team or for the tournament. It really is very simple. And in addition to just registration, you can see a whole bunch of things, including team information, team statistics, player stats, all of that, past tournaments. We also have a section for like an about you page or about me page, and you can have like what role you're assigned in game. Like, are you an IGL? Are you an entry fragger? What are you? A lot of that stuff also pops up on stream. So it's really, really cool to see that sort of integration, as well as just information that we can utilize. Obviously, you give us their information, your information, and we can utilize it in stream live there. And it's just super, super cool, super easy to use. And I mean, at the end of the day, when you're trying to register for a team or for a tournament, you don't want it to be a hassle, right? You want it to be as simple as you can possibly make it. And well, Mafula and the devs at Mobile Esports have done that with the Mobile Esports web app, and it's just super, super cool. I guess you guys can see it on stream here. Yeah, it's especially coming from the Discord bot. Exactly, it's phenomenal. Coming from the Discord bot, everything goes in stages, right? Everything progresses. And like we were talking about earlier, we're trying to progress to that next level. And I believe at the very least, we've hit that next level with the Mobile Esports Discord bot, and then some with the web app. So it's really, really cool. I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but it's play.mobileesports.org, and go ahead and browse the bot. It's cool.
Yeah, we showed a little glimpse of the site, but as you guys saw, like some people have seen the bot before, and we even added like I think last year also the Portuguese language. So everybody that's from South America, if that's the language that you have, you can be able to type those commands in. So every way we're still listening to see what anything we can do to make it easier. But now we have this path to see, like, these are the players. This is your identity as a official player for Critical Ops, and this is who you are. This is your name. Then we can start to move towards this path of what we're going to be doing now for Worlds. So because now when you get to Worlds, are you going to be that player, or are you going to be this player with 3 names in your name that's not even the name? So
it's really difficult to track, and it's just like, if it's difficult for you guys to track some players, like imagine what it is like on a global scale, like everyone trying to figure out, all right, is this player from here, or is like, wait, weren't they on this team but they added a different name? Like, it makes no sense, right? So just adding to what he was saying, just having a centralized hub that's easily accessible and easily utilized, it's great.
Yeah, definitely.
So like keeping the same name like a longer period of time, it's not only beneficial for like our mobile esports team here or the bot or nothing like this, but it also is beneficial for the player himself or themselves. Like for example, if you see some current streamers at the moment, there are some streamers right now who have been like pro players before, and do you think they would be streamers right now if they would have been changing their name all the time? Like, no one would know them, right?
Right.
Yeah.
If you keep that same name, you build your name, you build your reputation. Maybe you can use that reputation for something really cool.
But that's the path we want to go towards. Like, we want to have these players. You want to be the Ronaldos, the Kobe Bryants, the Tom Brady, like whoever your favorite athlete is. We want to make sure we have some of these people to look up to, because there are new players of Critical Ops that are trying to find out how to play. They have this competitive spirit in them, and they want to start playing in tournaments too, and they look at these videos, and it's about this whole ecosystem. We said this whole foundation. It's not just about you're a player. Maybe you're someone that is an idol, or someone that someone else can look up to, and then you can make your videos, or maybe you can monetize off of your videos later. Like, there's so much involved in everything. Everybody that is a player, maybe they can be a caster later, maybe they can be a coach. It's everything that you see in other sports. It can be possible in our own sport here, if that makes sense.
Yep.
That's why it's so exciting. Like, we're constantly trying to see, like, if there's new talent, if there's someone that is you edit videos, you're a graphic person, you're a caster. Hey, let us know. You're a person that does interview. Let us know. Like, we would love to have community members be part of this journey together. So
yeah, like you mentioned, that's how we all got here to some degree is
Yeah.
by being interested in the game, by being a community member, and now we're sitting here on stream.
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
It
Okay.
is.
Comes full circle, eh?
Let me fast forward a little bit through this stuff, and then I promise you we'll start to show you some world stuff. So, Circuit Season 3 is when we first added Asia, because like we just, you know, we had to have Asia part of it because it's the whole world. We wanted to make sure we get towards this world path. So, in order to have the whole world, you can't just have these 3 regions and not this last region that's together. Even though Asia is huge itself, maybe down the line, if everything goes to a certain way, we can have different tournaments going on in different regions of the Asia as well. But we had our esports server there we first started, and we're going to be actually making some changes pretty soon to make it more of a place where you can really find other people that play the game. Maybe you want to find a clan, you want to find someone to play with, to scrim, to rank with. That's the place that you want to go to, so you can find out about tournaments and everything over there. Then this year is where we're at. Worlds. Timeline. We had the timeline. We had the universal bands. We have this path to pro, I guess you would say. The final, whoever gets to Worlds is going to be considered a pro. In a way. Right? Like finally, you have your name set. You have your teams are set. And now you're putting the effort and the work from these couple of seasons. We have Circuit Season 4, Circuit Season 5 is coming soon, and then we even have Embers to have some points to qualify over there, so you actually got to play in there, and to get these global points to play in Worlds. So it's been crazy, just all these things that we want to do for our pro players, but then we're also, that's not all, we're also thinking about the other players, like the intermediate players, the players that just started. That's why we started Golden Knox, and we're thinking about different ways to improve that. And hopefully in the future, there will be this kind of like intermediate tournaments, and then there can be these pro tournaments. But the only way to find out is, are these teams going to be pro in when they get to Worlds, right? Like these 8 teams per region, that's what we said. 8 teams per region that will qualify to play in these preliminaries for Worlds. So I guess we could start talking about that now. The Worlds kind of like format before we jump into other things. So format, let's I think better what better way to kind of than just, instead of just talking about it but showing. So you're gonna have to have 8 teams per region play, and how it works is, let me see if I can find the template for it. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, so you're gonna have different regions. You're gonna have South America region, North America. You have Asia region, EU region. And there's going to be 8 teams that play. So how it works is, actually, is this the... Oh, actually, sorry.
You have
Okay,
the wrong picture.
Okay. This is where it goes first. Okay. So this is the first team. This is the first one. It's going to be double elimination for and there's going to be 2 groups per region. And there's 8 teams divided per region that plays. And just to kind of note, please make sure that you stick with your teams, because there's only if you don't stick with your teams, and you can see this chart here. Let's say it's season 4. If you don't have 25% of your team, you're not going to have your points to go to globals. And then Circuit Season 5, the first main tournament, you're going to have to keep 50% of your roster in order for you to keep the points to qualify for Worlds. And then once you get to Season 5 main tournament 2, you're going to have to keep 66%. So this first part is going to be a double elimination bracket. There's going to be, this is how it's going to be per region. Am I explaining this right? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, but just to fix a bit what you said. You said 8 teams per region, but it is 4 teams per region, if I remember correctly.
It's 8 teams, but picture this as Group A, right? This is Group A, and there's 4 teams here that play, and there's 2 teams that will advance in the end here. Does that make sense? And then Group B will also have 4 teams, so a total of 8 teams per region. So picture this bracket that you see here.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
As North America, you're gonna have the first Group A, 4 teams play, and then they will do double elimination. All games are best of 3, and then the 2 teams will advance. And then same thing, Group B, they do the same thing. And then now I can finally show the other one. I apologize again for kind of jumping the gun on that one. But once you have the region A, region B, they'll go into these brackets here on here. So the top part, picture this is Europe and Asia, right? The whole region A is going to be Europe. On the region B, it's going to be Asia. So this way, the teams are playing together, and they're going to be playing in the servers that they're in, and not being cross-region games all the time. So, thinking about it, it's going from the double elimination to preliminaries. Everybody that you play is in your own region. So, we're trying to do this so that you don't have as many games that you have to play cross-region. But this way, you get to see who the best teams are in your region, and then you're going to be playing in these conference to see who is the best team in this cross region. So in the Europe and Asia, who will be the best teams in Europe and Asia here? And then for on the other side, Americas, the North America, South America, who's going to be the best team of North America and South America? After they get to the finals, which is going to be the conference finals here, which is going to be best of 5, then they're going to be playing in the grand finals. So each conference, you have the Americas and Eurasia, they're going to be playing against each other at the very end in a best of 7. World champion. That's where it gets down to.
I love
That's
it.
gonna be epic.
Best of 7. That's gonna be
I love it.
insane.
Yeah.
Yes, I said 7. So how it works is the first day it's going to be at least 1 to 4 maps, and it could be it could be a sweep, it could not be a sweep. We don't know what's going to happen, but at least the first day there's going to be 4 maps played, and if we need to have the second day, then we'll go to the second day and play. And this kind of goes back to what we talked about. Can you really have the whole more than 13 rounds?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a lot of rounds with best of 7.
Yeah. So it's gonna be quite epic, and we've been talking and planning this for a while, and we thought that this path would be the best way, so that, like I said earlier, like you don't have to play cross region. Like you don't have you're in North America, you don't have to play Asia this time, and then you're gonna play Europe this time. You kind of play in your own regions. You all qualified, right? There's 8 teams that qualify in your region. You want to try to see who the best is in your region first, and then you want to start to compete against the other regions to see. And if you play North America, South America, the ping difference is not as crazy as somewhere else. And then you have everyone kind of go at this epic battle at the very end. And it's good to have more maps, I would say, too, because then you get to have different choices of, like, hey, you pick map, maybe this person gets to pick the server, and so on. And I think this is the kind of the best way to do Worlds, because I mean, before we do any kind of LAN down the line, and people always say, why don't you guys do LAN? Hey, we want LAN just as much as you guys. We want LAN. Like, trust me, we do. Like, all of us,
Oh, yeah.
like, we've been talking to each other and working together for so long, for all these, actually more this year in production and on the call and everything. But hey, I wanna do all this stuff in person, it's gonna be epic. And then it's just personally being to lands. It's just so rewarding, and you get to finally see players play without no ping difference. It's all about skill at that time, and how you play, how you strategize with your team. So, yeah. Any thoughts about the format, guys? Like, I know. Crosby, I think you're going to be one of the ones helping to broadcast this. I hope it's not too crazy for seven rounds.
No, yeah. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Double limb, always a good thing for me. I'm just excited in general, and like you were mentioning for LAN, if like when we get to LAN, it's gonna be an exciting experience because if you've never been to an actual event, it's an incredible experience, especially if you're there for a game that you have a passion for. It's a completely like mind changing or mind blowing experience, and I'm excited to get there. And slow and steady wins the race, and we're doing what we can, and we're doing our best. And with Worlds, everything's looking phenomenal. It's an exciting time for Critical Ops and Critical Ops Esports, and well, everyone at Mobile Esports as well.
Definitely. And just yeah, go ahead.
Right. So just about the whole format here that we have. So I know it looks very complicated and sounds very complicated, but I got just a TLDR real quick. So you have 8 teams from each region. They battle it out until there's one team from each region. Then Asia and EU, they bash their heads in together. Let's see which one's better. And then SA and NA battle it out, and then we have one team from there as well, and then the World Championship.
That's a very TLDR.
Indeed. But a good one. Clear one.
A lot better than how I explained it, I guess. I try to go into the details, make sure all the games are best of 3, and then the conference finals are best of 5, and then you have the grand finals best of 7. But yes.
In the end, we should have the one team that is like literally the best of the entire world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Yes.
that's the whole.
That's our main
Worlds.
goal.
Worlds, right?
Yeah, world champions.
Worlds,
right?
yeah.
Being pretty self-explanatory.
Talk about afterwards. What is the possibilities? Well, if we do have an X amount of teams and players that you recognize, isn't this the kind of the time where we can start to test out a more high, like let's say a pro league, I guess you would say, right? Because I heard some players, they said like, oh, we want to do round robin. We want to do this kind of like this sort of league kind of format and play. But like in our minds before, like let's say if we did this 2 years ago, you don't know the teams. This random team that's we don't even know who they are, and then these players they change their name. They're not like this numeric number. They actually change their name to, I don't know, WoW. His name's WoW. So now we can finally go towards this route of like, okay, maybe there is maybe a pro league can start at some point. Maybe we can test that out and see if we can get it to happen. And again, this cannot be possible unless we have everybody working together. If we have the players actually understand what we're trying to do here, this is the whole point of the stream, so you guys can know what we're trying to do here. And everything is in factor here. It's about showing up on time, making sure you're following the rules, not like basically not doing anything. Don't hack, don't share accounts, don't do anything bad that would jeopardize your position to play in these tournaments, your position to be a figure, a certain idol for other players. Like, think about that. Like, this is really important for us to go forward. We can't do this all ourselves. We have to work together on this. And then, hey, All-Stars. Hey, there's so much, like, you look at every other sport, there's so much different things that you can do, but we have to establish who is the top players, who is these existing teams, who are these players. And that's why maybe, like, some of you guys, why don't you have LAN already? Why don't you have this already? but we're really trying to work on foundation, where we're trying to find out, get the statistics. Like you'll see in Worlds, like Crosby and Mobile Esports team, you guys have been doing great to start to get all this data. And finally, I think in World Stream, you'll start to see some of this data that's presented from each player, like what they played in the past, like what their rating is, and all these different things. And this is all cool to be shown on stream.
Yeah.
Because this is what you see when you're watching other sports, right?
Yeah, 100%.
True.
100%. We've had some of the player cards and different like I was mentioning for the mobile esports web version of the bot. You can enter a whole bunch of different things into the chat, or rather the description for your about me, and you can say IGL, or they can say entry fragger, or a whole host of different things. We had one player, I think it was Star. His title was literally he does everything, because that's what everyone else agreed on. He's like, his star or his title is like everything, and that's what came up on screen, right? Or you can have your percentages of maps won, or how many times this player has won on a certain map, or their KD or whatnot. Everything, all those graphics are coming up on stream, and all of that is possible because of, well, you guys, and showing us that you want to see it. Therefore, it pushes us to bring that ceiling and just keep breaking it and pushing it up. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we're doing all of this because we really, really enjoy Critical Ops and the esports side of things as well, and just want to make things better for everyone, including the players and the viewers. So, yeah, yeah.
Actually, you were talking about those like cards that pop up in the circuit stream, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually have a funny story about those. Like, I don't remember which season it was, but the cards pretty much work in a way that we ask from the teams that what they want to put in those cards, and we ask a bunch of stuff like, what do you think is your team's like weakness or strength or whatever. And I remember one team had like in the weaknesses, all of the players filled like a single player's name in their own team, like their own rifler. All of them like named the single rifler from their own team. Like, this guy is the weakness of our team, and even the guy himself, he had there like, me, I'm the weakness.
Oh wow.
That's funny.
I want to name the team or the players, but it was pretty hilarious.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's the coolest thing about building a sport, because then you're gonna have rivalries. You're gonna have people that's gonna be clowned on. I'm sorry. It's gonna be the people that you look up to. There's so many different possibilities here, and I hope everyone can see what we're trying to do together here. And it's so important to show up on time. It's so important to act a certain way cordially to people. Like, don't be toxic in a certain way. The people that's hosting tournaments, please be nice to them. Like they're here. We're doing this for you guys. Like we're not here to just like make your lives harder. Like we are here to host these events for you guys. So we're all this together. And yep. Maybe I can just show the top teams real fast. Maybe people can see which teams are the top in each region. We talked about the 8 qualifying teams, right? So maybe you guys can see if you're. This is actually a cool graphic Mafula made. Wanted to show it real fast, but yeah, as you can see, Asia, you can see the leaders over here. Europe, North America, South America, you can see all the different teams that has the most points, and it can all change this upcoming circuit. Like, someone can take over, someone can have the most points, but it doesn't matter. The top 8 teams with the most points will be the ones that's going to be moving on.
Exciting.
And one other thing to note, we mentioned this before, in we posted this on Reddit. We mentioned this before on streams. You can only have one name. Let's say if you are part of a team, let's say you are, I don't know, Lightning. You can only have Lightning representative in any region. Like this, it's only one name for your team. you can have, for example, like someone that's supporting you, but in your logo, in your name that you're representing, your team that you're representing is going to be one team only per region. You cannot have the same team. Just imagine, like North America and I don't know, North America, South America, Asia, you guys have the same name, like Thunder. And then the finals, conference finals, Thunder versus Thunder versus Thunder, and grand finals is Thunder versus Thunder. But you don't see that in
Be
sports. It's that was quite fast, like lightning.
Lightning fast.
Yeah, lightning fast. Anyways,
Can I say something?
yeah.
So I have seen in the chat a couple of questions about like how to sign up for the worlds, and I don't think we have been straight in this stream about that.
I think we kind of did, but I mean, we can just answer that, and then we also have a Q&A session after. But just to be clear, who gets into Worlds is whoever started playing in the beginning of the year, Circuit Season 4. So in each circuit that you play in, you get an X amount of points, and whoever has the most points will get into Worlds. So we already had Circuit Season 4 that happened. We had Embers that happened in the middle of May, and then some teams were able to get some bonus points over there. And then now we're going to Circuit Season 5. So you can still, if you are the top team, you can still be able to qualify and get into this 8th spot if you play in this season of Circuit Season 5. And we announced it yesterday. We did a little teaser, but signups again will start tomorrow. So we are here to kind of tell you that Circuit signups are going to be starting tomorrow, and you guys can get into this action and possibly qualify. If you think that you're the hot top competitive player and you want to go against everybody, then do it. We want to see it. So
in short, you have to be literally the one of the best teams in the world and like win circuit to get points.
Yeah.
Valid point.
yes. But
So it's sort of like invitational tournament.
yes, and again later it just sets us up later down the line that we have these teams established. So if we were to do other type of tournament, we can be able to invite these known teams, invite these known players. And in case you are not the type of that wants to wants to get to the top and face these guys, we also have other tournaments that's going to be going on. We have the Golden Ox. We have some community tournaments. I think we might have a Polaris have a tournament sometime in October. And to recap what we said about the timeline, everything in the timeline is set. We altered a bit of the when circuit started from July to August, but that was the only main change. Everything is set, but it doesn't count the other types of tournaments that may happen in between. So there's also talks behind the scenes of other possible tournaments that may happen quite soon as well that's not in the timeline. So keep an eye for announcements that you might see regarding those things. There might be some other types of tournaments coming up quite soon before Worlds. So just a little teaser of some things that might happen.
In other words, follow social medias, join those Discord servers, and turn those notifications on.
Yes.
Exactly.
Keep yourselves up to date.
Yeah. Like you were mentioning, Wadi, Golden Ox. We've got an exciting tournament called Golden Ox. We've had it in the past, and now we're bringing it. It's going to be coming up soon. It's going to be a kind of mid-level tournament, kind of like we were talking about Path to Pro. You know, you get your pro status, and then just a little bit below that would be this tournament, which is the Golden Ox tournament. Season 2 for Golden Ox registration is going to be opening up in the next month or so, and it'll be introduced in 2 parts. So whereas before it was one longer tournament, this is going to be 2 parts. So it's going to be you're going to have a little bit of a tournament and then a break, a couple weeks break, and then it'll resume again. So exciting stuff for Golden Ox. In addition to that, we also have a tournament coming in later December, which is going to be the sniper tournament, which I don't know if you've seen sniper tournaments, but it's super fun, and that's going to be quite entertaining. Yeah, Jake knows, and it's very exciting.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that. There's many other tournaments coming up, so keep an eye out. And not to mention, we have community tournaments going on all the time. Each week there's something going on. So come to our servers, check our social media. We have other tournaments that's happening. So if you don't want to just play in game, you don't want to play just a death match or a ranked in game, there's other things that you can do here too, and maybe possibly win some in-game credits or even some cash for some tournaments. But talking about cash, I think people have been waiting to hear about what the prize pool is for
Almighty
Worlds.
dollar.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show the amounts that's it's going to be combined prize pool for this, and I want to keep note that when we first started Circuit, it was a combined prize pool of a certain amount of money, right? But we had to kind of keep in factor of essentially Circuit is kind of like each region has its own tournament. Does that make sense? Like each region has their own tournament to see like of how much money they have per for each region. So we kind of kept that in mind, and to start off the first Worlds to with this prize pool and what else we can add to this so that it would be worth it for the players to play. So here we go. Without further ado, I guess we can just show. And you guys wanna what do you guys wanna read off of what is going to be the prize pool for Worlds?
25,000.
A lot of beans there, a lot of marbles.
Yes. So 25K is the combined prize pool, and the champion, the first place champion team will take back $12,000. They will get a championship ring. They will get a special knife and skin combo, and 25,000 credits. And just to mention that those these other things, these champion ring, glove, knife combo, and 25,000 credits is per player. Per player.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
That's
Okay.
awesome. Haha.
So totally ignorant question. This champion ring, just for everybody here in stream, this is in game or like in real life ring?
in real life ring, and I wish we could like actually show something already, but we wanted to kind of like, we're still brainstorming about what the best thing is, because actually that's a conversation we've had. It's like, do we want to in many sports you have this huge ring, this this big chunky ring that you never show to anybody. You just kind of keep on the side. If maybe, I don't know, you wanna show it off, you can maybe wear that bling bling out.
Yeah.
But or do you want to have this like slick looking ring that you can wear out, and you can, it's just very like, maybe it's like a normal ring that looks really cool, and it's very subtle. Maybe it has like a Critical Ops logo or the World's logo on it, and looks a little subtle. That's something we've been debating about, and maybe we can hear from the community what they think before we make a final decision on that. But
Definitely.
let's make sure we do continue to talk about the other prizes. I mean, the first place prize is quite large, and this we might look at more things to add on top of these things. But for now, the champion gets that. Second place gets 6,000, and then they also get the glove and knife combo, and each person gets the 15,000 credits. Third place is 3,000 for them. They get the knife skin only, so they don't get the glove and knife, but they get the knife because they are still worthy. They still did really good, and each person gets 10,000 credits. And then fourth place, they get 1,000 and a knife skin and 5,000 credits. And fifth to eighth place, everybody that qualified for Worlds, each team gets this amount. And you have the the four teams left, basically fifth, sixth, and seventh, eighth. There's four teams left that get 500 each, and then each player would get 3,000 credits there. And this time around, we also have MVP pricing. So each player, one player per region. Sorry, one player per region will be able to win $250 for themselves to be the most impactful, most special player for their region.
I like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot to kind of unpack there, and
I wanted
hopefully
to have a belt for the champions, but it was turned down. Like the MMA belt thing.
yes,
That would have been cool.
I guess without the LAN, it would be quite challenging to deliver.
yeah. But yeah, it's we've been talking about that for quite some time, and we've been going back and forth, and I just wanted to note that this is max 32 teams. If you add it up, 8 teams per region, max 32 teams you're playing for, and Worlds will start November, the very beginning of November, and it will end the second week of December if everything goes correctly. It will end there. It even has like a week off just so we can make sure that we get the interviews and we get all the media and everything ready. And something to think about. We talked about this. Maybe I could just bring it up to you guys over here. We're talking about maybe we can have at least one person with a face cam, or one person that has a picture of either a captain or somebody on their team to be able to be a representative for their team as a face. Reason being is that any sport that you watch, also you're going to be able to see some face and someone that recognizes to that. Any thoughts about this?
That'd be cool.
I definitely like that.
It's like putting a face on a team type of thing, right? And it's a good way of associating different teams, right? You have this player that's he's part of this team. Oh, this team. Okay, yeah, I know who this team is. It's cool. It's a good way of getting everyone kind of on the same page.
Yeah,
Bring some humanity to it.
Their jerseys.
Exactly. There you go.
They're gonna be like looking like. Yeah. But that's the thing, we have to kind of move past these things, because there's in the critical ops community, there's a lot of things that we have gone through all these years, even back then in 2016. So, if someone was to show their face, sometimes people are like, "Oh, that's you," and they start to try to make fun. But then, when you actually start to meet each other, let's say even when we had LAN back then. When you meet each other, it's a completely different story. It's like, okay, this is not like that anymore. It's like you actually are meeting these friends, and these are your peers that you're playing against, respectful peers, and this is the path we're trying to go towards, of having this. So I really hope that we can at least get let's say at least one member of each team to be able to have their photo, and we can make how it looks Worlds just that much more enticing, and be able to get a lot of different eyes to take a look at how we perform at Worlds. So, yeah, so that's quite a lot to unfold so far. I think did I cover everything? After if there's anything else that we didn't cover, I think we covered everything. Anything else?
I think we have everything.
Okay, cool. So maybe at this time we can open up to some Q&A for a little bit of time, and then we're gonna have to say our goodbyes because we have to do some other things to prepare for circuit tomorrow signups. So so maybe we can get some questions. I believe we even have some questions from Ave, who was collecting them. Okay, I think one of the questions first was, will you guys sign some contract like you guys did with ESL or Battlefy in the future? Will there be more easier to organize tournaments and stuff like that? Okay. Possibly. Like I said, when I just told you guys about possible in between tournaments, that's not on the timeline. There has been multiple talks about different types of tournaments, and you might see something soon. And that's all I can say right now. Okay. Will we have a LAN?
I can.
You want to talk about that first?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was
Sorry to
about
cut
to
you
say
off.
that I can take the next one.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, will we have a LAN? I heard something about it some days ago. So, LAN is something that, well, I'm just going to say it straight away. We are not planning a LAN at this time. So, no is the answer. But in the long run, LAN is something that we want to do. So, LAN is something that we really, as a critical force, we want to do it. But I would say that at this time we are not able to.
Timing.
So in the
Timing.
yeah. So right now, no. In the future, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, it's just to kind of cover a little bit about that. It's just when we have these lands, there's so much to think about. Now we're at another level. It's already crazy. Crosby and Jake, both you guys both know how crazy it is doing production offline.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe some of us are in shorts, so it's a little bit easier. Like we don't, we're not in the full suit and everything, right? But then you have to think about casters flying people out. You have to think about flying certain people to a certain location and hope that location doesn't have quarantine right now. Like the whole COVID situation. There's places, there's different countries where you have people that may have to quarantine for 7 days. They have to stay in the hotel, and who's going to pay for the hotel? And will there be any flight delays? Like,
Yeah.
can we?
It's
all...
never as. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's never as easy as it seems. I know sometimes it's why can't you just do this and then just make it happen? Trust me, we'd love to have that be the case, but that's just not how things work out. We always have things that we have to surmount, and even if it's a routine type of task, more often than not you get thrown a curveball, and like Wadi was saying, sometimes you gotta quarantine, or you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and regulations, different rules, laws, they apply differently to different places, and in some cases different people. So it's more than just why can't you just make this happen, right? It's not like we don't want to. It's just incredibly difficult, and we have to find the best possible way to do it in a timely fashion. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. So
Yep. To add to that, two more things. Visas. You going to different countries, you need to get the visa in order for you to go, and it's not easy in every country to be able to do that. And there's certain people, like there's places that it's just impossible to be able to travel to a certain area. And then some people are not of age, so
Yep.
like we've seen in the past LAN event, the guardian had to go with them. So many different factors and everything, but that is the goal. We want to be able to get there, and we want to make sure that the teams are recognized when we get there. The teams that that you're rooting for, the players that that you're rooting for, and this creates this ecosystem. Then maybe the other person that's been watching this other player play for so long, maybe they can be from the Padawan to the Master, if you watch Star Wars. So you never know, and that's what we love seeing. We love to see like upsets. We love to see like different things that happen and different teams and players. These stories that happen, and the background information about each player. Because every one of you guys are from somewhere else in the world, but we're all combined. Like we're all connected together by this game, Critical Ops. And that's the thing that drives me every day, because it's so crazy to be able to have this opportunity to build this sport with the community itself, to work on this all together, and to work with you guys. It's been a pleasure to do this and have fun, and can't wait to see what else we can do down the line. Okay, other questions. Sorry, I'm like rambling on. You guys, can you you guys answer
I think
some
next
questions?
next
Yes.
one is for Crosby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so somebody asked, "Hey Crosby, if you see this, how can one become a caster with y'all?" Great question, awesome question. What I'd say to that is join our Discord server or reach out to us on social media. We do monitor those, so go ahead, reach out there, and when you do that, please make sure to tag some sort of clip that you have, whether it's real world experience with casting or if it's in a YouTube video or some sort of media. That way, we can kind of get a sense for what you may be able to bring to mobile esports as a caster, and maybe even if it's a little bit more than a caster or something different. There is always different building blocks that we'd like to establish and bring into our mobile esports community. So go ahead, reach out on social media at mobile esports, and yeah, that's as good as I can put it, as well as I can put it.
Please let me add to that. Like, if you have certain talent like that, like you're casting, you're interviewing, you are an artist, like you can make like great images and you can edit videos and stuff like that, please let us know. We would love to. There's tons of different things in the community that is happening all the time. Tons of different tournaments that's happening. We would love to get to know you guys to see if there's something that you guys we can collaborate on or work on together. So let us know in general, whatever talent.
For sure, yeah.
Okay, a few more, and then we
There
gotta
are
do
a few more.
giveaway. I already see, some people. So are you guys still doing giveaway? Yeah, we are. Don't worry. We are. Okay.
Someone is asking again how to enter the championships. So we already covered this, but just to go over this very quickly. So championships are a invitation only tournament. But in order to get to that invitation list, you would have to have played in CRITICALOPS circuit or what was it called again? The Embers of Victory?
Victory, yes.
If I'm correct.
Yep.
Embers of Victory or
Season 2.
another or another official tournament that we are working with. From those tournaments, your team gathers points. Those points put you on a leaderboard, and we are going to invite top 8 teams from that leaderboard to the championships. So, in a way, you don't have a way to sign up for the Worlds. In a way, if you play really good in other tournaments, there is.
Well, you could have a team that qualifies for Worlds, for example, and then they for some reason need this specialist. You're a special sniper, or you're a everything, like Star.
Star, yeah.
So maybe you would get picked up by that team, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to show them that what you're made of, so maybe Circuit Season 5 is a good way, to show off what you can do, and I'm pretty sure everyone's just kind of keeping an eye out. If you're making a impression, yeah, it's gonna be you're gonna get noticed.
So that's the shortcut for Worlds.
Yes.
Yep. But yeah, about the World, someone asked when will World start. I think it was already mentioned, but we can mention it again. So early November this year, so quite soon. Sooner than sooner than you can imagine. Like time
Yeah.
goes fast. So
Coming up quickly.
Yeah, it really does.
Yep.
Almost in August here.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah. And then someone 5th to 8th place. But I think they're trying to ask 5th to 8th place is 8 teams, right? Because of the 2 conferences. Well, how it works is that there's 8 teams per region, and then it dwindles down to 4 teams per region, right, that play, and then there's only 1 team in the very end per region that play, and then there is in the very end there's only one team. So the pricing is just to make clear is from the end, the very end. It's not to every single person that has played in the preliminaries. So it's whoever gets to the very end, first to eighth place, to be clear. So I maybe that's what they're asking. So I just wanted to be clear on that.
So 5 to 6 are 4 teams that did not make it to the. I guess they're the loser teams of every single region, right?
Yeah, there's teams that may not make it into the conference itself, so they will not be able to get the same pricing, for sure.
So the question was, is 5th to 8th place is 8 teams, right? No, it is 4 teams.
Yes, for the conference.
Right.
Yes.
If I'm understanding this correctly, 2 groups per region, 4 teams in each. 2 teams per group move on to conference stage. Correct? I believe that's what we're trying to tell everybody.
Should I show the images again one more time, just in case?
I think visually it will be better. Yeah.
Okay. So, again, picture this as Group A. This is one group. Picture this as North America. This is Group A. Okay, there's going to be 4 teams here, but then there's going to be a Group B. So the same exact image, picture that there's another group playing the same double elimination. But there is 2 teams here that will advance here from Group A, and on Group B there will also be 2 teams that will advance. Okay? And then we're going to get to the conferences. So those 2 teams from Region A is on top, and the 2 teams from Region B is on the bottom of Region A. You see that? Does that make sense? And then the same thing goes for the other regions. They play, and then it goes down, and then it gets to the conference finals. I hope that makes more sense.
Probably. Okay, so someone is asking to explain the champion ring again. So it is literally an in real life ring that will be sent to the champions, the world champions.
Yeah, so if you have 5 players,
Physical ring.
it will be sent to 5 players. If you have 8 players on your team, which we allow max 8, then even the people on the bench will also get some rings, just like other sports. So
I'm a great bench warmer, by the way.
you're looking for a team.
Where's my ring?
But yes, yeah, it's exciting. And again, what will the championship look like? The ring look like? Hopefully, we'll be able to share what it looks like in sometime in the near future, and that's gonna be quite exciting. Okay, somebody asked. We've been having like really strict questions, from all the world stuff. Someone asked, "Where are you guys from?" So, can we take one little break
Finland.
and then a little bit? Yeah, I'm from Los Angeles, so I'm from the U.S. over here.
I'm from Narnia, aka Canada. The Great White North over here. Narnia, aka Canada. Yeah, Canada.
Well, I'm representing the East Coast of the United States, Virginia.
Oh, nice, cool. All right, a few more questions, and then we're gonna say goodbye. All right, and then actually the giveaway, and then goodbye. You guys want to take it away? Okay. Will there be a feature in which we could create our own tournament, like the community tournaments Apply CF had before? You talking about like a certain platform maybe that you can maybe. We do have a tournament organizer program, so if you do host tournaments on the regular and you would like to apply to receive some in-game prizing to be won to the community, that is there. So on our website you can be able to apply for that over there. And someone asked about venue. There is no venue. The venue is online on the internet.
Internet.
For Worlds.
Yep.
Yes.
It's in your home, yeah.
Your iPad screen.
That's the venue
Yeah.
there.
Technically, the venue may be at Crosby's place, right?
Yeah. True.
So, will it help if we just put, Narnia?
Canada. Narnia. Yeah. Party at
Yes.
Crosby's, yeah.
All right, so party at Crosby's. So,
In the
okay.
books.
Yes, the books. Okay, so I think there was one. Was that it? I think we got everything right. Okay. Okay,
I believe
so
so.
giveaways. So I guess thank you everyone for being patient. We'll do a last giveaway. Maybe each person here can give, pick an IGN in the chat, and that the person will win a premium case. So you maybe like 2 per person.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Just I got the rules right. So we're all picking one individual from the YouTube chat, and that lucky individual, those lucky individuals, will receive 2 premium cases.
We could do 2 premium. That's fine. So
Just making sure.
two. So you're picking 2 people who will win 2 premium cases. Okay, and I'm gonna have to ask a little bit more. You're gonna have to copy in the name and put it into our universal chat over here, so that it'll be easier for us to find the name later. But yeah, so yeah, without
So
further
just
ado,
be sure we are watching all of the chats,
yes.
not only YouTube.
So Jake here might be looking at YouTube chat, but I am looking at the other chats like Twitch or Facebook or the other chats, and yeah, we're picking names based off whatever chat we're looking at. So go ahead, put your IGN exactly how it's spelled in the game. Don't put IGN : your IGN. Just put exactly how it's spelled in the game, and give us a little bit of time to send this before, because we're doing a stream right now. We can't send it to you right now, but give us some time if you do win these cases. Okay, without further ado, this you guys pick.
We're announcing names here.
I
Yeah.
believe so.
You
Alrighty.
gotta that's the name.
I'll go first. All right, so drum roll please for we have Ethan 7555. Congrats, 2 premium cases coming your way. And Solid Cobra TV, congrats, 2 premium cases coming your way as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Much appreciated.
All right. Next. I'm gonna assume that's a yes for me going next. Okay, so I got Darth Revan or Dart Revan. I'm not sure if that's a dash next to your in-game name or if you're using that to separate yourself. You could confirm there in the YouTube channel. And then it's Woody. Congratulations.
Okay.
Woody.
I go next.
Sure.
Somebody.
All right. So my first pick is Fusti. No idea how to pronounce that. And Lame Ku. Congratulations to both of you. We will send you 2 premium cases.
Okay. Hopefully I'm not picking anybody else that. Oh, they'll be lucky if they get picked again. But one is first name is Checker, and the other name is 04L. So, congratulations to you 2.
I can go next. So I think this is supposed to say Jason Todd with S as a 5 and 2 Ds. Congratulations. And second pick will be Antika with 2 T's. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Got a Batman fan right there, Jason Todd Robin.
All right. Okay. So, been a very jam-packed information stream. So again, some of you guys are watching. This may have been a different type of stream that you're used to, but hopefully we'll be able to have time to do a different stream where we can have some viewer games and the normal type of information about the updates, which update is out now. 1.33.1 is out now, so if you guys can take a look at that. Make sure that you know that the signups for Circuit Season 5, like we talked about, is going to be tomorrow. So make sure you get together your teams, get ready, sign up, and like we said, you know, you're able to get your team to qualify to Worlds, and you can play Worlds for those prizes, or you know, you can be recognized by another team to try to pick you up for Worlds. And note again that we talked about the teams having a single team per for the whole tournament. Like, you can only have one name for a certain team, so make sure you note that. Make sure we are going to be really strict going forward with a lot of different things of professionalism, of how certain people act, and going into this new era of this next, maybe not new era, just I would say this next chapter of our esports scene. So yeah, anything else you guys want to add before we wrap up here?
We covered quite a lot of things already.
Yes, just a real quick touch on signups, like you were talking about. Registration coming out tomorrow. Those will be live. Don't forget, play.mobileesports.org for the registration on the web app. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. Sign in or register via Discord, and then just create your team, invite your teammates, and then you will be able to register as long as you meet the requirements, and you'll see them in the sign up page. But yeah, easy peasy. Play.mobileesports.org for signups for Circuit Season 5 tomorrow.
Okay. Cool. So, again, I guess, any last words, guys, before I take us to the end? Any of you guys? Tappy, Mako, Suddy?
Oh, I want to thank Crosby and Sudden Death joining this stream of ours, and of course the whole mobile esports team for helping us to make this whole Worlds tournament reality.
We finally
Thank you
get
for
to be on
having
the
us.
same screen. We've always,
I know, right?
I always you're in our ears during the broadcast and everything, but we're all finally on the same screen here.
True.
Yeah.
Cool site.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess if there's nothing else, then again, make sure Circuit signups are tomorrow. We'll have as time goes on, as we're planning and the last details for Worlds, we're gonna try to show what we have in store for you. But there's exciting Circuit coming up, and can't wait to see the games for there. It's been a little bit of time, but can't wait to see those. But to keep an eye on our esports server, we are gonna have that some changes there pretty soon. We have the new French server, Discord server, so just a ton of different things. Just make sure you keep a look at our social media. But again, I want to make quick shout outs to and thank you to everybody that's been helping in general for all the tournaments, the helpers, our moderators, community programs, everything that you guys have done has been amazing, and a great, again, thank you to the players for participating, showing up on time, and last but not least, again, the viewers here, everybody still with us watching. Thank you guys for supporting us, and you guys are the reason why we keep doing these things. But that being said, that's it for us today. Thank you guys again. Thank you Mobile Esports again for being here, and we'll see you guys in Circuit. You guys take care.
Peace.